Peace family. So I'm back with another one. So today what I wanted to do was I wanted to talk to my chosen ones about the butterfly transitioning from the caterpillar phase. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a lot of us, since we're experiencing the 3D realm, we like to have that 3D visual proof and evidence. You know what I'm saying? But it had me thinking just about, like, we all know what caterpillars look like. We seen them when we was little. We pick them up. You can catch them. You know what I'm saying? They're low to the ground. They're extremely slow. You know, it's like a lot of qualities and traits you can name about a caterpillar. A caterpillar that differs from the actual butterfly itself once it transitions. And we can see that with them physically, but when you think about us spiritually, we go through the same process. We start off maneuvering around at the caterpillar phase because we have to. One, because we are new to this realm as far as whether this is our first, second, third, fourth time around. I'm not sure for any of us, you know what I'm saying? But you learning. You have to start off crawling. Caterpillar phase, you know what I'm saying? Spiritually, that's us through elementary, middle, and basically high school. We really don't start transitioning out of the caterpillar phase until we get into, like, physical numbers, I would say our 20s, but spiritually it's usually between that 16, 17 up range. Once you can, like, solely, like, identify your own thoughts and ideas yourself, once you reach that capability and capacity. So it's like we go through all this shit as a caterpillar and being low to the ground and being susceptible to every big major animal that's not flying and the ones that are flying. You know what I'm saying? We're susceptible to every single one of them. But once we transition and we go through our hypothesis, and it's like the caterpillar and the butterfly are now two different entities. Once it goes through that cocooning stage and phase, it's basically shedding and dropping off all this old energy. You know what I'm saying? It's getting rid of all the old energy. Us spiritually, we start growing and we're in the cocoon phase, but because we don't see it physically, we don't even understand that we're in the cocoon phase. You know what I'm saying? So while we're dropping people off and people is dropping off and falling off and we're dropping old habits and, like, all the shit that's attached to that energy, we're cocooning and we're dropping that shit. So what happens is, it's like once you make it through that process, because all caterpillars don't come out of that process. Some actually die out in the cocoon. They don't even finish the process. We didn't all had shoeboxes full of caterpillars and just doing what we do as kids, you know, just watching them and seeing what they do. But some of them, every single one of them, don't make it out of that cocoon phase. If you ever watch, they all don't make it out of it. Some of it, I guess, you know, the trials and tribulations of their process was just a little bit too rough for them. But for a lot of them and a lot of us that make it out of that cocoon phase and we leave in the caterpillar phase, we're flying now. We got these wings. We can go wherever the fuck we want to go. We can go as high as we want to go. But for some reason, because we're smarter or more, I wouldn't say smarter, more intelligent. I would say because we have a different and can dive a little bit deeper than the actual butterfly itself, we tend to be the butterfly still trying to hang out with the caterpillars. How often do you see caterpillars and butterflies hanging out in real lifetime? You don't. It's not too often where I could think of any times, and I'm always out, where I've seen caterpillars and butterflies hanging out together. They don't. They become two different species, and they're vibrating on different frequencies. It's no longer just stuck to only the ground and being forced to move in slow motion. You know what I'm saying? It now has wings, and it can go wherever the fuck it wants to go. That's like us. After we come out that cocoon phase, and we like, yeah, I got all this information, I'm enlightened, I know what's up with it, blah blah blah, you naming everything going down, and it's just like you looking at the caterpillars around you. It's like, yo, what's up with y'all trying to come up here? No, so I gotta keep flying all the way down here to come vibe with y'all? Like, no, they don't even operate together. But it's so much witchy shit out here, between poison in the air, poison in the water, poison in the land, poison in our food, poison in our bodies. You know, it's so much. I'm gonna let this airplane go by. But it's so much shit that we already have to deal with them poisoning everything already. And then we actually make it from the process of being the caterpillar to cocooning. We understand we're cocooning. We transition to butterflies. We up here flying around. We doing all kind of cool, crazy shit, fun shit, living, enjoying life, but also facing our own trials and tribulations as a butterfly, because you still, you know, it's still other life forces out here that's bigger. So it's like you don't find them two in the same fields once they transition. But us spiritually, we have to understand, even when it is difficult, like, you have wings. You have wings. Once you went through your cocooning process, you now have wings. So if you have wings, just like the butterflies, once they get their wings, they use them. They don't sit, they biology, their genetics, their build, their breakdown, it makes them, it forces them. It's like a bird telling a bird not to fly. You telling a butterfly not to fly. Like, you're not gonna tell us not to fly. We're gonna fly regardless. If we come down here to kick it with the caterpillars, cool, but they move too slow. They move too slow. That's why I can fuck with you once you go through your cocooning process and you got your wings. Because now we can go from tree to tree to bush to state to state. It's shit. You can go all over the place. Not saying the caterpillars can't, but if you set a caterpillar right here, it's going to take that shit forever to get to this parking lot up here. Butterflies, we already gone. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's why the system and, you know, the witchy motherfuckers like to use the monarch butterfly. They like to use and like promote the monarch butterfly. And if you think about it, like, they use that shit as a sign of mind control for them, the opposition, because they know the cocooning process transitions them to another being. So if I went to them, they would try to put me through a process where I would cocoon and then come out as, you know, like Beyonce has like a Sasha Fierce. They always have like these other entities that move around with them, so they have to give them a name. So they understand the process. They just do it in an ill-intentional way. They'll break you down with ill intentions, you know what I'm saying? And then plant their then you become the butterfly that they want you to be. And to them, the monarch symbolizes mind control, MK Ultra. But for us, that's why I say before, like, they take all our shit and they just flip it on us. So really everything that they doing, they just got from us, but they're just doing it with ill intentions. And because everything is spiritual based first, we don't look at the intentions first, where they set it up to where we're set on the 3D first. I need to see the tree, I need to see the grass, I need to see the actual 3D density, the dense form of it, you know what I'm saying? When in actuality, it's like when people used to get married, you know what I'm saying? It used to be a covenant with the creator, the universe, the God, whatever you call it, you know what I'm saying? But now you got to have a covenant with the matrix. You got to have a covenant with the demonic force in order for you to get married and get their benefits, you know what I'm saying? So they understand all the shit that's going on and that we do. They just take it and they just flip it. That's all they do is flip it, you know what I'm saying? Once you become that butterfly, you're not supposed to be fucking with the caterpillars no more. It's hard for us because we wasn't taught these things. So for us, we don't realize why we're moving faster. We got more ideas, we got more energy, we got more light, we got more everything. We done already went through the transition. We done already went through the cocooning phase. So for me, I knew it was a difficult process, but as a butterfly, I used to like to go back to the caterpillars that I knew and that I used to, move around in my little space with, and it's like, yo, y'all know y'all can get these wings, right? I'm out here like, yeah, I know y'all can get these wings, right? Like, I'm about to go hit this water real quick. And they over there like, man, I can't go. Or can you carry me? No, nigga. No, I'm not carrying you. You got to get your wings. So I come back and I drop the knowledge and the information down there for them. I actually show them the steps. Some people, I start taking the steps for them. Hey, you don't know how to walk? Let's do this. And I start walking for them. And it's like, they have to do the cocooning process. You never see two caterpillars in the same cocoon. You don't do it. They don't do it. That's not how it works. Each caterpillar has to have its own cocoon. You have to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing that's always been about me, which I started learning more throughout my life and the more experience I gained, is I never mind putting the work in. It's just, it's always been so much witchy shit that I didn't want to put in the work for the witchy motherfuckers. That's what it was coming down to. But like, when I'm out here in life and I get a chance to get out and I do my meditation thing and I get to build with the universe, you know what I'm saying? It always reminds me that it's like qualities and traits that we have that is almost like almost every life force out here. It's almost like we can mimic or we can do something similar to them, either physically or spiritually. Which I know understanding saying that is like we all connected on an energetic level, but we also are not the same on the inside, you know what I'm saying? So, and I understand that too. I'm not dumb or naive, but I ain't want to run it up too long, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tapping everything down below. Peace and love to the kings and queens.